This is a little project that I do with my AP Studio Art drawing class called Repetition with Variation. You'll see in these examples, it's essentially one object drawn 12 different times, 12 different ways, 12 different views, and then assembled onto one sheet of paper in a grid that's 4 images tall and 3 inches wide. Welcome to the art project. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. I need your support in the form of likes. Cost you nothing. Just hit that thumbs up for me. So I did a little bit extra. I ironed some brown paper bags out a little bit. That way I would have sort of the wrinkles that are inherent in the brown paper bags, but also smooth enough that I can draw on them. I glued them down to a piece of drawing paper in order to make them a little bit more rigid, and then I cut them out into 6-inch by 6-inch squares. Now, you don't really have to use paper bag for this assignment. You can do it on regular drawing paper, you could do it on pastel paper, you could do it on colored paper, you could do it on watercolor paper. You could do it really on any kind of surface that you want to, and you don't even have to cut them out. You could do a grid that is 3 squares across and 4 squares down, or you could even do 3 by 3. You know, whatever suits you for this project. For my class, I asked them to do 12 altogether, 3 across and 4 down, or 4 across and 3 down. I told them they could cut out squares and do each square individually, or they could do it on all on one sheet of paper. I think there's a added benefit of doing separate squares, and that is if you mess up on one square, you can just replace it with a new square. So that's what I did. I cut out several sheets of paper bag, glued them down to the white drawing paper, and then I went back, and to make sure they were nice and straight and even, I actually cut them down again to 5-inch by 5-inch squares. Of course, I like drawing skulls, and we have a beautiful skull that I got on an art supply store online, and it's of course plastic. I took a lot of pictures of it with not very much dramatic lighting, but there was a strong light source from the window, and took pictures. I edited these pictures on my phone. I made them square and black and white, and then I printed them out. I then started drawing from the printout onto these 5 by 5 squares. My photograph is 8 by 8. My drawing is 5 by 5, and that presented a little bit of a problem for me, because I have a tendency to draw the same size or larger than life, and since the picture was 8 by 8, it was hard for me to go smaller. But some of my students took went the next step and edited their picture so that it was exactly 3 inches by 3 inches, or 4 inches by 4 inches, and then they traced them onto 3-inch square paper or 4-inch square paper, whatever it was, whatever size it was that they had, and that way they didn't have to spend a whole lot of time drawing. They could concentrate more on the value or the painting, or however they did it. So again, I chose brown paper bag and charcoal pencil. This is a Chinese charcoal pencil, and basically in order to get more pencil, you don't sharpen it, you peel it. And so this is how this works. Kind of a fun art tool, art medium to use, but this is charcoal, and I'm using charcoal because you can't really get much darker than you can with charcoal. Charcoal's a great dark pencil, and not only that, but the brown paper bag takes it really well. Then I also used white colored pencil, white Prismacolor pencil for the highlights. Now, I have to admit that doing 12 of these drawings, for me, a experienced artist who can draw pretty well, doing 12 of them was difficult. But as artists, that's what we do. We draw pictures. And so I persevered, and I feel as though it built some character, patience, stamina. It's a good learning opportunity. So if you're an art student, don't give up. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I then taped it down to a piece of drawing paper. I used some Aqua Net drawing board. Used some Aqua Net to seal it, and then I glued it down to white drawing paper. So it's actually 3 layers of paper. The way the spray adhesive works is you spray both surfaces. So I sprayed the white paper first, and then I sprayed the back of the picture that I did. You let it set for about 1 minute, and then you push it down, and it forms a permanent bond. So, and then I put a piece of newsprint over it so that I could press down without smearing it. And then this is the final product right here. I don't know who did the original idea for this assignment, but if it is you, please let me know, and I will give you credit down in the description below. Otherwise, it's not my idea. This lesson plan is not mine originally, but I liked it a lot. I've used it with my kids, and here is my example of it, my video on it step by step. Good luck. I hope y'all enjoy it. Now it's your turn. Go and make some art.